It is still far from redemption for the ailing Nigerian economy. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, advised the federal government to critically look into its decision to lift the ban on 43 items on foreign exchange restriction by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. The vice chairman of Basic Metal, Iron and Steel Products sector of the association, Lekon Adewoye, said the move may lead to shutdown of many industries and increase in the rate of unemployment. But I don't understand this 43 items. As in, is it that it was actually banned or federal government restricted foreign exchange from the importers from bringing it in? Stop giving foreign exchange.
From official channels, federal government stopped allocation of foreign exchange to those items.
Okay.
You can source it wherever you can find it, but to source it from official channel, that is the official window.
Yes.
They stopped that from happening because it was a case of, oh, we do not have enough forex liquidity. Let us not give forex to people who want to bring in like those things that we can make by ourselves, things that we can produce by ourselves effortlessly. You know? So that was the idea. Rice, for example, was a big consumer, in inverted commas, of forex, even from official quarters. People will go and ask for forex to bring in rice. President Buhari felt no. He also banned the importation of rice through the land borders. His desire was to see us eat what we grow. And I bet the evolution of rice production in our country that went up during the Jonathan years when many integrated rice mills came on stream. It continued under Buhari because of that policy. And we had a lot of people coming into rice production. Dangote, you know, is a major grower of rice now. Olam, which is the biggest in our country, you know, that's a foreign company. They also came here.
And some small players.
Yes, there are small players. Some have even become international players, like the former governor of Kebbi State. He's a big rice player in our country, one of the biggest. Now, he's even gone to Benin Republic to grow rice. The kind of
partnership they had with Lagos State that time.
Yes, he's gone to Benin. They've given him land so that I can grow rice from there, you know, because Benin is not really far from, what's it called? They are our neighbors, so to say. So, this decision that the CBN took was targeted at the black market, the unofficial forex market, because all along, even when they came up with the idea of managed flotation of the naira, what they wanted to do was to bridge the gap between the official and non-official market. But they've not succeeded since June, when they came up with that idea of managed flotation. The gap between the I and E window, which is the official market, and the black market has been growing. And the more it grows, the more it achieves the aim of people who want to make money from an unfortunate situation. If you narrow the gap, it becomes a disincentive for people to be trading in the black market. But as long as the gap is wide, You are trading at 770, but they are trading at 900, 980. How do you expect us to solve the problem? Because the margin is too wide. So people know that they will make more money if they go and trade in that window. So their own idea was, okay, if Nigerians spent, I think, about 18.12 trillion between 2016 and 2022 to import items that were already not listed, along with items that you can source for foreign exchange officially for. It means that it is somewhere that they are going to get the forex, because this is a lot of money. So what they are thinking is, okay, if we now say everybody, okay, you can come back, then they will go to the, more and more people will go to the official market to go and ask for forex to bring in this product. You get the point that I'm making? Thereby systematically alienating the black market. You see how they are thinking? Because this is a lot of money to spend 18.12 trillion naira between 2016 and 2022 to import the items that government had already banned from official forex trading. It means that some people are still desperate to bring in these things. And they are sourcing for forex somewhere else, and that must be black market. So it's the black market that they targeted. They believe that once more people now come to the I&E window, the official window, then the black market people will not be able to dictate the exchange rate the way they are doing, because whether we like it or not, more and more people are going there. Another thing is, when you look at the gap now, at a point it was 18%. It was 26%. Now it's narrowed to 18%, because even in the I&E window, naira went to as low as 848 to the dollar, something that was over around 700 went. So they have narrowed the gap a little bit. But the people outside Nigeria, these diaspora people making remittances, as long as they see that this gap is this wide, they will continue to see the I&E window as an artificial market. So they will not make remittances through official channel. They will send it to black market, where they can also make more money. So, but at the end of the day, I agree. In fact, when they took this decision, I said, this thing will hurt businesses, because whether we like it or not, how do we tell people now who are producing toothpick that, okay, other people are allowed to bring in toothpick? It will lead to unemployment, because they won't be able to compete against the imported items. Because the imported items will probably come cheaper, most likely come cheaper and finer. And our people have an unusual appetite for things foreign. Whether it is Akosombo wax or anything, once it's not Nigerian. I see people, even Cotonou pineapple, people prefer it to our own. Anything foreign, we are a consumer of anything foreign. And it is affecting us. We can't solve this problem if we don't change the attitude. People must learn to embrace things Nigerian, and we must produce. There's no, if we don't produce for export, we won't earn more. CBN is promising, we are going to increase liquidity in that market. We will intervene when it is necessary. You ask me, which time is it necessary? It is now. You are saying you will stop intervening when liquidity improves. Well, liquidity has not improved. You must intervene. We can't allow it to go on like this. If it goes 848 in the official market, and the other people, they even went as far as 1,090. So this is a problem that needs urgent attention. Whatever, they have to put on their thinking caps and find a solution. All the attempts to solve the problem so far in my view, have not yielded dividends.
Now, Lekwande is saying that the move may lead to shutdown of many industries and increase the rate of unemployment.
Well, I think the basic thing now is that, like he said, issue of patriotism has to come in. Why am I saying this? The federal government through Buhari, they floated a lot of programs like the Anchor Borrowers Program. A lot of farmers that were giving loans to go through NISRA to go and produce rice. That used to be one of the food that we don't normally take, but in the last 20 years, rice has become the staple food. And Lagos State just opened the biggest rice mill in West Africa, the Mota Rice Mill. So you will expect that the price of rice will come down. But what I've discovered, why I'm talking about patriotism, is that you will also discover that it is not impossible that most of the rice that are being produced in Nigeria and some other things finding their way back to our neighboring countries and now bring it back. In 1996, I was involved in a documentary. We went to one sugar company, which I will not name, at Ijoko. And we now asked, we became friendly with them.
Likely to know it now by mentioning the location.
Yes.
If they have many there.
Yes, that we now discovered that. We now ask them, how come we are not getting this your salt in the market? Anywhere in Lagos, everywhere you flood the market. We now discovered that when the people who come and buy the salt in bulk, take it to Republic of Benin, Cotonou, rebag it and put foreign label on it and bring it back to Lagos, and people will start buying it. That if they don't do that, they will not be in market. And they are producing in Nigeria, using water in Nigeria, employing people in Nigeria. At the end of the day, who do you blame? Do you blame government? You also blame Nigerians' appetite for wanting, like you said, anything foreign. I think something has to be done. In other words, yes, the central bank, they are trying to be technical in the way they do this thing. But the ordinary man who is employed by a local rice farmer in Nigeria or by a local tomato puree company producing things that has been retrenched, because whether you like it or not, if people are allowed to go and source their money from the open market, they will bring in cheaper goods that are seen to be better. And because of our legendary appetite for anything foreign, those industries may die. Government has to do something to encourage them. At the same time, those industries too have to do something to make sure that they make their products available in the market. Because if it is not available, you take it back to Cotonou and bring it back to Nigeria. You are not helping Nigeria. So patriotism too has to be on the part of our local manufacturing concerns to do things that are good. And another thing is that I fail to mention is that I think our standard organization, they should do more. Because this thing will also encourage people to go to China and all these people and go and bring fake products to us, substandard products to us, whether you like it or not, through the system we have at our ports, it will get back here. So that one too can also kill local industry. So the government does have to put their thinking cap and find a way of making sure that all these local industries survive. While the promoters of those industries too have to make sure that they don't play upon the intelligence of Nigeria, take Nigerians for granted. I don't know the reason. There's no reason on that why a bag of rice should be 52,000. There's no reason for it. For a bag of rice.
You said something now, and people, some people alluded to it yesterday. It seems that the way the finance ministry and CBN, the way their policy so far, it has been this knee-jerk approach. It has not, like try by error. They've not really, defined what the outlook of this economy will be like.
Well, I have a lot of pity for them. When the president came with the idea of this managed flotation of the currency, I read a lot of articles from foreign media. They said that the government will come under serious pressure to reverse this because it will be painful. But that if Nigerians can hang on, the dividends will come later. They already said that. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll see some reports by Reuters. They said that in the past, efforts were even made to institute some of these policies, but the political will was not there. Why, for example, didn't President Buhari remove subsidy? He had to push the can down the road. He pushed the can down the road. He was not prepared. He was the only person in the room who did not want it removed. You remember the interview we had with El-Rufai? He said that we told the president to remove it. He refused. Everybody agreed I should go, but the president said no. It was because of this pain.
Now we know the reason.
Yes, he didn't want to see it happen.
Excruciating pain.
Yes, he didn't want to see it happen in his time. Now, it's not... some countries of the world have done this, but they also went through pain.
Oh.
It takes... You remember Bismarck Rewane said, until the end of the first quarter of next year, we won't begin to see the gains.
Yes.
You know? So, and what he said, I took it seriously. He said, well, perhaps this man must have meant what he said. So, in my view, it's not a knee-jerk approach. It's an attempt to manage the situation. Look at okay, you've not solved the problem of dollar illiquidity when you said, okay, you remove subsidy. Now, the value of the naira is affecting those who are bringing in products. You know, we said we are trying to open, let people bring in product. Many people jumped in. But today, those who jumped in, they can't afford to continue. Because how do you do it? We are back now to NNPC being the sole importer.
Yeah.
Because they won't be able to find the forex to bring this thing in.
Can't get it.
Forex illiquidity has worsened between that time, between June and now. So NNPC is back to sole importation again because they can access forex easier than the ordinary marketers. And if you were to leave it to market forces, today the cost of petrol per liter will be much higher than what we have now because it went up in the international market again. It's a very volatile product. It's not like gold, for example, that gold, the price is stable. Look at South Africa. That's why South Africans, they don't have all this volatility that we have in the petrol. Yes, they don't have it because their main product, gold, diamond, the price is stable. You can plan. You can plan. You can plan with this one tomorrow. Okay, maybe they killed the Israeli prime minister, God forbid. You see that it will affect, or maybe something, Iran does something silly. You see price of oil. Saudi Arabia could say, okay, because Saudi Arabia, they are the market leaders. They could say, okay, we are causing this problem. Suddenly it will go up. How do you then expect Nigerians, every time it goes up like that, for them to go and buy at the prevailing price? That's why the president wisely, through the NNPC DG, said, we are not increasing fuel prices anymore. Because any attempt to do it will be met with the extreme anger of Nigerians. This is the truth. Petrol, as I've said in the past, is a security product. And it's something that you must handle with care. So if we are to go to 120 per liter, 120 barrels, dollar per barrel, are we going to say, okay, Nigerians?
Because Nigeria, by default, we are also gaining from it because we are selling our crude at $120. Nigerians are also gaining, but you cannot pass it on to Nigerians.
Well, the reason we are not gaining so much is
what
we gain.
We are not refining.
Using it to bring back
that's the problem.
We are the only country, we are the only net producer of crude oil that is not benefiting at this time. Everybody is smiling to the bank. Even Russia, they are making money.
Refineries are not working.
This is the best time for Nigeria.
All right.
Let them not attempt to increase the price at this time. Leave it the way it is. The TUC, they were saying that, oh, subsidy is back. If it is back, if it is back true, it's not fully back. There's just maybe a level of subsidy is back. Why are you shouting about it? Are you suggesting that they should increase the fuel price? What will you gain if it goes to 1,000 per liter?
All right.
What are you talking about?
Tunde Abaton, I want to thank you for your contribution.